Good morning, Tottenham fans. We are so close now to getting a new manager over the line. Thomas Frank has agreed terms. Spurs are going to be paying the release clause to Brentford. Just final details need to be signed off, and we should have a new manager within the next coming days. So I can assume now that Thomas Frank is going to be our new manager. When I've been looking into him, it's been really impressive to find out a lot of things about him that I didn't know. He's actually pretty more attacking than I realised. I know Brentford score a lot of goals, but I didn't realise his premises is more to attack than it is to defend. He just defends as a unit rather than defends singularity. There's a lot of strength to his tactics. He can change them during the game, before a game. He can even change them 2 or 3 times during a game to get a win over the line. He never goes into a game without trying to win. He never goes to try and draw a game. He gets his players to believe they can beat anyone. And that includes teams like City, where they beat them twice in the season that City won the treble. So the more I learn about him, the more excited I'm getting about his appointment. I'm still gutted about Ange Postecoglou, don't get me wrong, because Ange Postecoglou is always going to be a legend in my eyes now, because he's won that trophy that we waited for so long. And yeah, they can't take his legendary status away from him. I'm still upset that we couldn't get to see that season 3 to see what he could do, because I really think he would have gone on to get another trophy. But that's not going to happen now, and I'm going to get behind this new manager. And to be honest, he's quite easy to get behind because he's got a lot of experience. He's very good with people. He's very good at improving players. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see what he can do too now. So today's video, I want to talk about 2 potential signings. 2 signings that Tottenham have been linked with in the last few days. 2 signings that are possible for Spurs to achieve. 2 signings that I think would be an absolute brilliant signing if we signed one of 2 of these players. If we signed both, that would be crazy. But I'm going to compare the 2 signings. Both of them play on the wings. Both of them play for different clubs. Both of them have got Premier League experience. The first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare Mbeumo with Semenyo. These 2 guys are the 2 guys that we've been linked with, 2 guys that I think would really improve our front 3. And I've compared the 2 stats wise. I'm going to tell you what the advantages there are to having Mbeumo. I'll give you the advantages of having Semenyo in your side, and how Frank could utilise them as well, if it is Frank. So I can't 100% say that because it's not over the line just yet. So both players are 25 years old. So if you go into the stats a little bit, successful dribbles, Semenyo has 69 successful dribbles and Mbeumo had 52. Semenyo played 37 games and Mbeumo played 38 games last season in the Premier League, which is also good to note because neither of them had a long-term injury last season, which is good for us. So tackles won. Semenyo won 35 tackles and Mbeumo won 31 tackles. Remember, both of these are forward players, so that's pretty decent. Goals, Semenyo had 11 goals and 5 assists last season, and Mbeumo scored 20 goals and got 7 assists, so miles ahead with the goals. Duels won though, Semenyo has won 227 duels, which is the best in his position. And Mbeumo was on 179, so Semenyo's way up there for winning duels. Aerial duels won, Semenyo 67 and Mbeumo 35. So again, Semenyo nearly doubles Mbeumo with aerial duels won. Interceptions, Semenyo 11, Mbeumo 14. Ball recovery, Semenyo 158, Mbeumo 156. So they're both pretty similar there. Possession won in the final third, which I think is very important. Semenyo 37 and Mbeumo 32, so pretty similar there too. So the advantages of having Mbeumo in your side. Well, he's played for Thomas Frank before, so he will know what he expects from him. and it would probably really help him settle into the team, already knowing the tactics, and he could help other players learn the tactics faster as well by being on the pitch, by knowing where each player needs to be. He could lead on the pitch, if that makes sense. He's improved season on season, and he's a lethal goal scorer now. Under Frank, he's scored 20 goals and got 7 assists, and he would cause problems to any defence. He's played on the right wing for most of the season, so even though he's left-footed, but this is where we're more short than we are on the left, because on the right we only have Johnson. On the left we have Sonny, Moore, Tell, Odegaard, all prefer to play on the left. Even Richarlison prefers to play on the left. So with only Johnson as backup, Mbeumo could probably slot straight into the first team and really improve our first team forwards. So advantages of having Semenyo is one key factor that you probably saw on the stats is his work rate. Thomas Frank loves his players to work hard, win their duels and defend from the front. Semenyo is an ideal person for this. He has won more duels than anyone else in his position. He predominantly plays on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. He's also won 67 aerial duels, which I mentioned earlier, which is also one of the highest in the league for his position. So on top of that, he's scored goals and gets assists. So not only is he working hard, he's winning duels, winning aerial duels, winning the ball high up on the pitch. He's also scoring goals and getting assists on top of that. So he's an all-round forward player that you need. So he's also dangerous in attack in other ways. He's got 69 successful dribbles last season. Frank is known to really improve his forward players as well, so he can improve Semenyo's attacking numbers. Case in point, Mbeumo, he's really improved him and moved him on another level. If he did the same to Semenyo and add his work rate and add goals to his work rate, he could be a really lethal forward player going forwards. So Semenyo could really excel under Frank. And if these numbers did improve drastically, what a bargain he would be if we could get him for around 50 or 60 million, which I think that's what the price range is at the moment. So yeah, he plays normally on the left. And as I stated a little bit earlier about Mbeumo playing on the right, he would have more competition, but would he? Moore is still not a finished article yet. Odegaard is still young and still finding his feet. Tell may not even be signed yet, and Sonny's been touted as he may even leave and go to Saudi Arabia. That means Semenyo could come in. These are only rumours, by the way. But Semenyo could come in and stake a claim for that left-hand side and replace Sonny. And he has all the ability to do that. He's got pace, strength, scores goals, work rate's good. He's got everything you need for a forward player, and he would be the perfect replacement for Sonny, in my opinion. So wage demands, Mbeumo is currently on 50k per week, but there's reports saying that he's asking for 200 to 250k a week from Manchester United. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what the reports are saying. Semenyo is on 48,000 per week. There's no massive report saying he wants to earn as much as Mbeumo does. So we could end up paying less wages for Semenyo than we would if we signed Mbeumo. So in conclusion to this, both players are very strong candidates to get into our first team straight away. They wouldn't be squad players. For me, both of them would be first team players. If I had to choose between them, I'd probably just side with Mbeumo. The reason being because he's played under Frank before. He scores a lot of goals and he's a massive handful for any defence. More realistic signing would probably be Semenyo because he'll be probably on lower wages and you could probably get him cheaper in the market. So it's very hard to decide between the two. They're both very talented, both the same age, both strong, both powerful. Can you imagine if Tottenham ended up signing both of them, had Semenyo on the left and Mbeumo on the right? Bringing an Eze into that conversation and we've got one of the best forward lines in the Premier League. So yeah, it's, for me, Mbeumo, Semenyo is probably more realistic. Who would you pick if you was manager of Tottenham. If Frank does come in and he does sign an Mbeumo, that would be a brilliant addition. If he signs Semenyo, it'd be a brilliant addition. Of course, this is all just rumours at the moment, but it's fun to talk about sometimes. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.